Welcome everyone taking of your valuable time to join us, and I'm really glad that we have kind of a good number of participants and interest for this info session call for the innovation vouchers in the Western Balkan economies. My name is Vera Dimitrievska. I'm part of the Fund for Innovation and Technological Development in Skopje, North Macedonia, and leader of the Working Package 5. Today, along or together with my colleague Iskra Mujin, we are going to give you presentation and all the fact sheets related to this info session and also for this call, which is named Innovation Vouchers for the Western Balkan economies. It's gonna be around 30 minutes presentation from our side. Firstly, I will give intro for the project in general and for the goal of the innovation vouchers call, the scheme. And then my colleague Iskra will give, who is leader of the task 5.1 from the same package. We'll continue with the presentation, with the application process, the budgeting, the eligible activities and eligible costs, and the granting process. And then we'll, what the relevant documents are necessary for this call. So my colleague Desiree from the other side can actually already started to record the session and will be available online afterwards if you want to check or if you have something missed during the info session, you can check it whenever you like. So thank you again for this moment, and I can start with my presentation. Just to give a full mode of slide. So the Western Balkan Innovation Voucher Scheme or call, it's a part of the framework of the Policy Answer project, which is a regional project with a full name Research and Innovation Policy Making implemented in support in the Western Balkans. The project itself is funded by the European Commission from the Horizon Vajtera program. It lasts 48 months, which started in 2022 in March, and the final end is in February 2026. The project is composed of 14 partners plus a wide stakeholder network. The main contact is the policy-answers at Western Balkan infohub.eu with the project same website extension Infohub.eu, and also the project is quite active on all social media tools. This is the consortium of the project. We have 6 Western Balkan economies: Albania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Kosovo, Montenegro, North Macedonia, and Serbia. And we have also partners from the Central and Western Europe. A main coordinator is the Center for Social Innovation from Austria in Vienna. So as I said, I will give you an introduction to this scheme, Western Balkan Innovation Vouchers, what it means and what is the goal. It is a simple direct financial incentive which is used by the companies to cover part of their costs provided of the services by research development organization or higher education institution in order to intensify the volume and the dynamics of the development of products and services, as well their placement on the market. The main goal is actually to encourage cooperation between enterprises and academic and scientific research institutions in the direction to implement the innovation activities. The enterprise in that way will increase their competitiveness. The vouchers can be awarded in the field of science and technology with a priority given to green agenda and the digital transformation or the transition within the evaluation criteria that are set in the guidelines. the most important thing is actually that voucher schemes is aligned with the smart specialization strategies, so which are enacted or adopted in all these Western Balkan economies from 2023, with a period of 4 years till 27, which focus on their key priority domains. Some, for example, some countries or economies in the Western Balkans have 4 or 5 domains. It depends on the context. Next slide. As I said, the innovation vouchers can be used to transfer scientific, technological, or innovative knowledge that is new to the company, or to solve a technical or technological problem that will be identified by the company. So these are the eligible activities that should be part of this application. For example, development of a new or improvement of existing products, processes, or services, proof of concept, feasibility study, production of lab prototypes, manufacturing demonstrational prototypes, different types of tests in labs or production plant, validation of technology, validation of new or improved products, processes, or services, development and introduction of special software for a product or process within the product development, and intellectual property rights and technology transfer. What are the eligible criteria for the applicant? The main applicants should be a legal business entity, which should be registered as a micro, small, or medium-sized company, who are the users of the innovation vouchers, and registered in any of the Western Balkan economies, at least 51% privately owned. And then sorry? Incorporated under the current respective company law, registered at any Western business registration agency and located in the Western Balkan economy. So the geographic eligibility, it should be in all the Western Balkan economies like North Macedonia, Albania, Kosovo, Serbia, Montenegro, Bosnia and Herzegovina. The applicant may receive a maximum of 1 voucher under this call, and more than one application for an innovation voucher can be submitted by the same applicant referring to this public call. Only the highest scored application will be awarded. Applicant must be matched with previously found public service provider, in this case, higher education institution or public sector research organization, and submit all application documents in the same of the both entities. The next slide for the service provider eligibility criteria is that eligible entities are the public sector higher education institution or public sector research or development organization, at least 51% directly or indirectly state-owned, registered in any of the Western Balkan economies, incorporated under the current respective law of higher education institutions, public sector research organization, and should be accredited by the relevant ministries in the respective Western Balkan economy. Companies registered in any of these Western Balkan economies are companies that are predominantly owned by the public sector, higher education institutions, or public sector research organizations, 50.1% or more. Specific areas of use is research development, technology development, testing, etc. The most important thing is that the applicant and the service provider must be from the two different Western Balkan economies. For example, one company from North Macedonia, but the service provider should be from, let's say, Montenegro, Albania, or Serbia, whatever. The financial aspects of the vouchers is actually that the total budget for this call is 240,000 euros. A single voucher can cover up to maximum 80% of the total cost of the service provided by the research organization or the higher education institution, up to a maximum amount of 8,000 euro. The value added tax is a cost that is not eligible for financing for this project, but is calculated in the total amount. The recipient company should additionally cover the cost of the VAT if applicable.
Vera, I don't know. I cannot hear you. Iskra, can you talk just to check?
You're trying to resolve?
Now I can hear, I think, both of you.
Я не слышим нищо.
Yeah, it works.
Now?
Yes, it works.
The recipient of the voucher is obliged to co-finance the remaining amount of the total cost of the service, which is at least 20% of the total amount of the invoice, including the VAT of the total cost. Next. The awarded voucher in the contract signed between the Fund for Innovation and Technology Development and the companies will be pointed out the precise amount that the fund should pay for the service provider. The support granted to business entities through the innovation vouchers, regardless of their legal status and in the way they are financed, will be arranged under the minimis aid regime, state aid of the small value. So the recipients are obliged to act in accordance with the regulation of the list of the state aid rules in their respective countries. For example, I think that I have I've done some research where most of these Western Balkan economies have special rules for the minimus aid rules, and they can check whether it's certain threshold or not. For example, in North Macedonia is around 2,100 euros. So for the next aspects of the scheme, innovation voucher scheme, will talk my colleague Iskra.
Still unmute myself. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I will go on with the presentation. Validity period of the innovation voucher. But the vouchers must be used by the recipient with a period of 9 months from the date of the contract being signed among the Fund for Innovation and Technology Development and the recipient of the voucher. There is a chance to the period to be extended of 1 month only under exceptional circumstances based on the request of the company. If the fit of the assesses that the reasons stated in the requests are justified. There are also ineligible costs for the innovation voucher that you should be aware of when writing your application. And I will read the whole list of the ineligible costs that are repayment of interest or debt of another party, costs and commissions for past or possible future losses or debts, coverage of losses due to currency exchange, fees and penalties, expenses for entertainment and catering services, creation of business plans and economic appraisals, sales activities, standard website or mobile application development, staff recruitment costs, including migration costs, purchase of land or buildings, including renovation, then export activities, annual patent maintenance fees, cost for consulting services provided by the owner of the recipient company, rental of business premises, costs for procurement of equipment, costs for carrying out activities previously funded at other source are not also eligible for funding under these innovation vouchers. Now about the application process. On the FITD website and on the website of the project, you can find the open calls for Western Balkan Innovation Vouchers. There is a button for downloading documents for the application. That are two documents. One is project application form, and also part of it is a statement of the company applicant that should be also signed, and financial offer. That are the two main documents that need for the application process. They should be filled in, printed, signed, stamped, and scanned, and submitted, of course, in English language. Submitting is on the same page on the apply button, and will automatically direct you to the application form and process. About the document, a few more words. The application, as I said, should be completed, printed, and signed in a determined form by the FITD, that is the same form that you are downloading, and should be uploaded in PDF format. Current status of the company is one additional document that should be that is taking part in this application form. That is the legal form of the status of the company. Applicant issued by the respective institution in the Western Balkan economies or representative economy. For example, here in North Macedonia, that is the Central Registry. This document should not be older than 6 months from the deadline for submission of the application. We will take in consideration that this application deadline was prolonged. So previously, the applicants that had previously applied in this first period, we will take this document as valid. Also, the other document about the financial offer from the service provider should be signed, printed, and scanned in PDF format and must contain all the sections inside. That is specification of the service according to the need stated in the innovation voucher application, name of the service provider, and contact person responsible for the requested service. Financial offer for services with VAT expressed as a separate cost if applicable, and deadline for completion of the requested service. In one application, the applicant company can include maximum of 2 service providers. So that's also one point. Evaluation criteria. All received applications that have passed the administrative check will be apprised by evaluation committee consisting of 3 members. Under this evaluation criteria, that is relevance of the service to the objective of the whole, 20 out of 100. For the criteria level of innovation, 30 out of 100. Quality of the proposal, 30 out of 100, and impact on green and or digital transition, 20 out of 100. The highest ranking application will be awarded funding until the available budget will be absorbed. Payment modality, how it will go. We make 2 payment installations directly to the bank account of the service provider. The first is payment of 30% of the awarded amount of the innovation voucher, once the contract is signed and the company submits a proof of payment of 20% of the total service amount, including the VAT, because we as official institutions are not allowed to pay the VAT. That's why the company should calculate it in their 20%. And the second payment installment is 70% once the company submits confirmation that the service is delivered to the company and the company submits the final report. According to this information, evaluation committee confirms that the innovation voucher has been diligently implemented. About the general data protection and the intellectual property rights, general information on data protection is laid out in the innovation vouchers guideline for the applicants that is placed in the 13th section, general data protection. The beneficiary will process personal data under the agreement in compliance with the applicable EU, international and national law on data protection, that is in particular regulation 2016/679. About the intellectual property rights, the company recipient and the service provider should manage any intellectual property that may arise in the framework of the implementation of the innovation voucher. And the last slide, the deadline for submitting the applications is 20th November, 4 p.m. Central European Time. Don't wait until the last day, as we have experience with our calls to all applicants applicate in the last 2 hours. So it could be some technical, maybe, or don't have enough time for the process of application. That's why we say that. And additional informations can be found also on the frequently asked questions on the website under the link of the Western Balkan Info Hub. And also, if there are questions that are not answered there, you can always ask us on the email innovation.fitter.mk. We will answer in about maximum of 2 days, to say. Thank you very much for your time, and if there are some questions or things that you want to ask, I open the floor for it.
Iskra, there are already 2 questions. The first one is, can the service provider be engaged in several innovation vouchers? And then the second question is from a person who is already currently using grants for your funds, and this person is asking if he or she is eligible to apply for a voucher as well.
Yeah, regarding the first question, can the service provider be engaged in the several innovation vouchers? Yes, the service provider actually is a higher education institution, can be, let's say, offering services to different companies, but should consider the criteria to be from different Western Balkans. You know, if the service provider is from, let's say, Kosovo, should take the company from other Western Balkan country. I'm currently using grant from the Fund for Innovation in North Macedonia. I'm eligible to apply for a voucher. I think yes, because We are not having such criteria for this. Are you going to send the presentation via email? We are recording this session. It can be uploaded online, and you can check it whenever you like. Probably today or tomorrow morning it will be available online.
I think that we can maybe also send your presentation to the participants via email before we can put the video online.
Yeah, we can do that, but yeah, we have the registration list, so we can do that. Can a service provider be a private higher education institution? That is stated actually in the guidelines that the ownership should be more than 50%. Am I correct?
Service provider can.
No. It cannot. The service provider cannot be private. It should be more than 50% state owned. Sorry, maybe I didn't hear it right. It seems that to me that is mentioned that the company has to pay 20%. My colleague Iskria will explain this.
Yes, the company should co-finance the voucher as it is covered 80% from the project, so the 20% should be part of the company.
And the service provider needs to be outside of Macedonia. If that's a higher education institution or the public sector research organization, if found some company that is actually in North Macedonia, then the service provider should be out of the North Macedonia or other way around.
This call is open for applicants from all Western Balkan economies. That means also the companies from the other all Western Balkan economies would be applicants. So if it's about that the company is from North Macedonia, yes, the service provider should not be a domestic public institution.
$8,000. What is the maximum project funding a company can receive? As we said in the presentation, maximum award is up to $8,000. Yes. Is the transfer of production technology eligible service? I think is the transfer of production technology eligible service is eligible service. I think yes, we can go through the presentation again and through the eligible activities. Iskra can check again because there are a lot of activities that are available, eligible. Hold on. Transfer. Production of lab prototypes, production technology eligible service, validation of new or improved products. Yes. Currently running innovation for renewable energy. Am I eligible? As you know, the priority is given to the green agenda or the green services. So it is part of this whole concept. And I could say that is, yes, you are eligible. Can a service providers receive multiple voucher from different stakeholders? I think we answered this. Yes, it can. Only the service provider can be let's say, spread to different companies to offer their services. I can't hear your answer. Let me check. Can
I can hear you, so maybe you can just repeat your answer.
Yes, so a private company which develop an innovative product in the frame of fit of the fund innovation startup can apply for lab testing in some of the Western Balkan countries. According to the eligible activities for the innovation voucher, as it was mentioned in the presentation, I could say that is eligible, yes. Lab testing.
I would
Or
explain
also improved. Yes.
Yes, but if the same thing is budgeted in the startup project and the previous projects, it's not eligible. Just if it's new, different thing. Then it's okay, you can applicate on this call.
Let's say I want to test my prototype in lab, not outside. Does this voucher cover that? What do you mean not outside? Outside of North Macedonia? Oliver, let's say I want to test my prototype in lab outside in outdoor waters. Well, we cannot make details regarding the activities that are related to the green agenda or to the digital transition because we are not qualified for that. But we listed all the eligible activities for the testing, for the lab improvement, or for the product development or software development. In that direction, you can actually make the application. So I don't know what details you consider for this activity. Is the date of application important for evaluation, or the evaluation will be done after the deadline? Well, the deadline is very important actually. So the 20th of November is the last deadline. So by that deadline, up to until 4 p.m. should be submitted all application. We should actually warn because it's kind of, let's say, a habit here or in other application calls. Many applicants apply in the last moment. So we encourage the applicants to apply before the deadline, like 19 or 18, not 3 p.m. at 20, because then the system is overloaded and can be crashed, and we don't receive, let's say, proper application and can be excluded or abandoned. So please apply before 4 p.m. Or before 20th of November, if you mean that.
And the evaluation will be done after the deadline.
Yes.
So it's not ongoing process, but first is the administrative check of all application, and then the evaluation process starts. One upper question: are waste management companies eligible for the call? Yes, if it's a private company, then it's of course eligible for this call. Just to clarify, as a startup from Macedonia, we need to find university partner in other Western Balkan country. We apply together and we both get 8,000. So our startup and the university partner both receive vouchers. No, the procedure is this voucher aimed to improve some processes in the company, and this innovation voucher is for the companies to realize that activity. The company is an applicant and should find service provider and put the service provider in the application form. So together, the voucher is maximum of 8,000 euros that will be paid directly to the service provider. So the transfer of the money is not directly to the company, but directly to the service provider. So we can cut some transfer costs after on the way of realization of the voucher and the service.
Any other questions? I'm glad that we have a high interest and relevant questions. You can also ask, not to type, but also raise your hand and you can ask. Okay, there is a company that develops software solution that works in Macedonia and Serbia. We constantly invest in new products that generate development cost. Are we eligible for this voucher? As a company that develops software solution that works in Macedonia and Serbia. So you are actually the company and you have a service provider that is out of Macedonia or out of Serbia?
I think that they are service provider for other countries. This is for the improvement of the processes in your company. That is the main goal of this innovation voucher. So if you have a place for improvement of some processes, something that is regarding your company, you can applicate and find, if you are, as you say, from North Macedonia, you should find service provider from other Western Balkan economy.
Any other question? Also, I can remind you that we have produced during the duration of the call that is running since April this year. We have received a lot of questions and then we answered on that. And we put all the frequently asked questions online on the webpage of the Western Balkan Info. So you can check some questions that are relevant for you if we didn't answer today to the presentation or to this question answer part. Also, you can have the presentation online. We can send to all the registered participants the presentation via email. And whenever you like, you can drop us message on the referred email, innovationvouchers@fitera.mk. We can reply as soon as possible, as we did so far. If you don't have any questions, so we can close the session. And yeah. visit our webpage, our social media tools, and send a question message to social media as well, and we are ready to answer. Thank you for joining us. I can close the session, and thank you for being part of this important session. And I hope that you can apply for this important innovative call, let's say, scheme that is on a regional level. And yes, looking forward to your application. Have a good day.
Thank you too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.